Hey guys, Tarke here. Just going to do a quick day 2 update on where my character's back up to after the death. We're 84. We're currently using Caustic Arrow. I'm still playing Toxic Rain. I want to go Toxic Rain. The reason I'm currently going Caustic Arrow is I got my 6-link bow from the Imperial Legacy cards, threw an Essence of Dread into it, and hit the worst bow I've ever seen. I don't have the Chaos Multicraft yet. I have like no attack speed on my gear. Because I'm doing low tier content, just using Caustic Arrow is enough damage to clear. So I'm just using this, but I will be swapping into Toxic Rain sooner rather than later. Let's run the Delirium.
Warriors far greater than you ever will be.
Yeah, so the thing which is quite nice about the Caustic Arrow, Arrow Nova is you can just speed around, and when you're in lower content, the clear on it's actually really nice. That's pretty good. In terms of survivability, we've got 6k life, 1.9k energy shield, and then whenever we get hit and we have Ghost Shrouds up, we gain back a huge chunk of energy shield. And we also gain life and energy shield on kill, so you've got pretty solid sustain. So that feels all pretty good. The single target damage currently for the level of content I'm in is okay. Nothing particularly special, but once we have the Toxic Rain set up correctly, then it will be really nice single target. That's where like the big single target comes in from. So that's like the nice aspect of it. When it comes to how I run the simulacrum, or sorry, how I run the Delirium, I tend to just zoom around the whole map and then skip out just before the boss, since I feel like the bosses aren't really worth running under influence. But I'll do this because may as well doing a video. I don't really think it's worth, because what often happens, as you can see here, is you nearly kill the boss. Did I get that? I think I just got that. I'm not sure. But yeah, so you can see that the clear and everything for now is pretty decent. I'll go back later and do the stuff we missed in there. So, what are we doing in terms of links, the character, where are we progressing at? And I'm also going to be showing you some Clossagel stuff that I've planned out, since you can now support Clossagels in Path of Building. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. So, I'm currently using Caustic Arrow, damage on full life, because I'm nearly always on full life, because my energy shield protects it. Vicious Projectiles, Void Manipulation, Swift Affliction, Arrow Nova. If I was using Toxic Rain, my links would be Toxic Rain, Mirage Archer, Vicious Projectiles, Void Manipulation, Damage on Full Life, Efficacy, in that order of importance. If I had the levels Empowers and the plus level bow, I would drop the Efficacy for the Empower. Do not run Swift Affliction, the reduced duration screws you over. I'm using Restless Ward as my chest piece. Restless Ward is an amazing budget chest. You can see it's currently giving me about 1.4k energy shield, which is really nice. My helm, I've just got an okay energy shield life roll helm, and then just as much life and strength as I can get on my other slots. So here we've got a good amount of strength, life, and I've anointed Aspect of the Eagle because it's cheap and it gives me some movement speed, gives me some damage, gives me a little bit of flat life. I'm using a penetrating quiver for the pierce. Either when I go Toxic Rain, I'll drop this. This just has resists and life. Here we just have a lot of resist and a ring, crafted life. Here we have a lot of strength, life, and a little bit of chaos res. Here we have a lot of life, some resists. Here we have a nice hybrid belt because it has a bunch of life, has some strength, has some energy shield, has a little bit of resists. And then life, resists, a little bit of spell dodge. My flask setup, I'm pretty happy with these flasks. I wouldn't really drop this flask setup. When you can eventually afford to drop the Avoid Ailments, because you have crafted Void Ailments on helmet, gloves, boots with anointed crystal skin, then I'd run a granite flask of iron skin and run Vol Molten Shell, but without that. Basalt of warding, quartz of heat, jade of grounding, and then I've got bleeding here, so I can immune to curse, freeze, shock, and then bleed, which is all the stuff you want. Ended up taking Void Barrier, would recommend taking Void Barrier. I'm also going for Ellie Weak Cap, and as much Chaos Res as I can get. From this point, the next upgrade would be getting this 2-point jewel. If I get a really nice 2-point jewel, I'd maybe spec out of Arcane Chemistry, grab that, then spec back into it. But at this point, I'm just collecting gear for my eventual swap to CI. And we've already got on the Soul Strike Quiver. We got this decent Cobalt Jewel because it's got Strength and Dex, which you do need with the CI tree. It's got Attack Speed, which is good for Toxic Rain, and then Energy Shield is obviously good for an Energy Shield build. And then we've got these really nice Cluster Jewels, which I will show you in Path of Building. So again, this is my current tree. I haven't got my Uber Lab yet, and this is what I'll spec into, and I'll leave links to all of this down below. So this is mostly the stuff you guys will be interested in. So I've got my Cluster Jewel put in here, and my Cluster Jewel gives 12% spell damage, 12% chaos damage for the small nodes. Chaos skills have a 10% chance to hinder on hit with 30% reduced movement speed. Enemies hindered by you take 10% increased chaos damage. So Toxic Rain is always hitting, so it will proc this pretty easily, especially on bosses because it hits so rapidly, so that'll be the 10% increased, which is a more multiplier. There's diminishing returns, but it's still like a nice chunk of damage. Here we have Chaos damage. Chaos skills ignore interruption from stuns. This is really nice, actually. So Ghost Shrouds give me partial stun immunity. However, this means that if my Ghost Shrouds are down and I'm still, like, casting Toxic Rain, I won't get stunned. So between attacking and Ghost Shrouds, this basically gives me stun immune, which is really nice on a CI build. Enemies you kill have a 10% chance to explode, dealing quarter of the maximum life as chaos damage. This will just help out clear a little bit. This one gives 5% Chaos Molter and 2 strength per point. I really need strength in the CI tree, so that's actually really nice. 8% Chaos Damage Time Multiplier, some mana regeneration, which is nice because Toxic Rain struggles with mana. Then, again, multi-strength. Damage over time, Skill Effect Duration. Skill Effect Duration is a big DPS increase for Toxic Rain. And then this one gives 6% Energy Shield, 3% damage, 2 int. This gives 24% damage over time, 6% maximum energy shield, regenerate 2% of your energy shield per second if you've killed an enemy recently. So, not the best setup in the world. However, these are all just bases I just picked up while naturally playing, and I threw like 5 Scour Alks into each one and just settled on the best ones that I got. Other ones I got was this one, which if I wanted to use instead of that, basically, instead of having the stun immune, it's another 35% increased chaos damage, 12% skill effect duration. Very strong, because skill effect duration, as I've mentioned, is one of the best supports for Toxic Rain. So I could very easily swap those around, and to be honest, this will probably be the better one to go for once I Leo Slam it to get that last suffix on there. The only problem is it doesn't have a dual socket, so hopefully I would slam the dual socket, because, yeah, I kind of need that to get the chain going along. This one is a medium, which again has an open suffix, so the suffix, if it hits something, could maybe be better than what I currently have. So this one has 2 nodes. This one only has 1 node, but it has Recover Life on Kill, ES on Kill. This would be better for, like, hybrid non-Trickster, so this would be good if you're doing, like, hybrid Bane Occultist or something. But since I've already got the ES on Kill, it's just not as strong. And then obviously that's my minor node that you've already seen there. So yeah, slowly collecting the gear. I'd be keeping the same Restless Sword starting out for CI. I could keep this helmet and swap the Life Craft for a flat ES craft, and then I could use this helm as a starter option. So basically what I need is a good pair of boots, probably Sintrack if and when some drops, some good Energy Shield gloves, maybe a Restless Sword? Bated Breath belt. Probably can't afford the resist, actually. And then this ring, I could swap the Lifecraft round to flat Energy Shield and probably keep that. And yeah, but really, the main thing I'm looking for me to go Toxic Rain is I need a bow with attack speed, and then chaos damage over time multiplier. And then really, I want at least 1 ring with reduced mana cost of skills, because the mana cost of Toxic Rain is really obnoxious. So that's kind of what I'm holding out for, is like a good Energy Shield ring with minus mana cost of rings. Once I've gotten that couple more levels, I'll do the whole swap over. But until then, I'm mapping very comfortably as hybrid, and I'm just like getting my early progression down with very much early Atlas, since I did RIP. I got to maps and then RIP, so I've had to go again from scratch. But I'm really enjoying the build, and again, one thing that I really liked about this character is how flexible it is. So I'm currently using a 5-link Essence Drain just to supplement my single target, because I had the links for it. The fact that you can use this exact tree for Essence Drain, Contagion, Toxic Rain, Caustic Arrow, Soul Rend, is really nice. Obviously, also take the skill effect duration if you're currently playing as Toxic Rain. But it's really nice having such a flexible tree that you can just be leveling all the gems and swap between. So if you haven't started the league yet, or you've died and you need something new, would highly, highly recommend Chaos Space Trickster. It just works. But anyway, I'm Tarke. Have a good day. Delirium League, by the way. Bye-bye.